Hello, my peeps. This Algebra Nation video will cover the workbook page 39 and the left side of page 40.
For this one to try, remember with OR you're going to solve each one separately, but you're going to graph both of them on the same number line. So pause now, give this a try. For the first inequality, you would add 2, add 2. 6c is greater than 16. Then, divide by 6, divide by 6. And, ooh, this one doesn't simplify nicely. 16 divided by 6 has a common factor of 2, which will give you 8/3. So c is greater than positive 8/3. Then we go to the right equation. Add 3 to both sides. Add 3, add 3. We get 3c is less than. Negative 6 plus 3 is negative 3. Then, divide both sides by 3, and c will be less than negative 1. So on our number line, we know 8/3 is positive, and negative 1 is negative. Again, open circle, open circle. C is less than negative 1. C is greater than 8/3, and that's the answer on a number line. Let's do one more. Again, the three-part inequality. If the middle equaled anything, how would you start solving this one? Add 3. And in this case, you're going to add 3 to all 3 sides. 1 plus 3 is 4. Negative 3 plus 3 would be 0. Minus, or negative 4n, is less than or equal to 12. Then, you're going to go ahead and do what? How do you finish solving? Divide by negative 4. But, oh, do you remember that little? Whenever you multiply or divide both sides, or in this case, all 3 sides by negative, you have to switch the direction of the inequalities. 4 divided by negative 4 is negative 1. Negative 4 divided by negative 4 simplifies, leaving you with just n. And 12 divided by negative 4 is negative 3. I have negative 1, and remember, negative 3 would be smaller than negative 1. Negative 1 has an open circle, but finally we have an equal to. Finally! That's a closed circle. N is greater than or equal to negative 3, but n is also less than 1, so it's everything in between. So you have 2 ways to solve these. Make sure you go back through this. If you need to, pause the video to watch this, or go back and watch it all again. Otherwise, I'm ready, you're ready, let's. Okay, given the following inequality, check this one out. Which graph correctly represents the compound inequality above? We got to solve for W in the middle. So in this case, I want to look at it like this. So we got our compound inequality. We have to start by combining like terms in the middle. Negative 1 plus 2 will give you just a 1 after you combine those like terms. And then you also should see negative 3w and negative 2w are also like terms. You should combine as well to give you negative 5w. So you got to combine like terms first in the middle, then you drop the outsides down because we didn't do anything with them. And now we're going to solve. We subtract 1 from all 3 sides. And then we have to finish up by, what do we have left? Divide everything by negative 5. You notice, because we have negative 5w. There we go. But remember, you're going to be, after you divide everything by negative 5, are we done? No, we have to switch the direction of the inequalities. Give me 3 is greater than or equal to w is greater than negative 1. That was a lot, right? That was a lot to figure out. So I wrote it down for you. But again, you had to combine like terms first in the middle. Then you went ahead and continue to solve. So I have w is greater than negative 1. W is less than or equal to 3. Notice before I said 3 is greater than or equal to w is greater than negative 1. You should really read it from the variable. Remember that study edge tip? Always read from the variable. So we've got -1 with an open circle, 3 with a closed circle. -1 with an open, 3 with a closed. That's not it. -1 with an oh, that's not it. -1 with an open, 3 with a closed. That looks like it's it. -1 with an open. Oh, no. It's got to be C. So you knew one had to be open and one had to be closed. Again, you knew one had to be open and one had to be closed. So you could have narrowed it down to 2 answers, but you had to be very careful solving this equation. So again, with inequalities, you have or, you solve them both, and you put them both on the number line. If you have a 3-part inequality, whatever you do to the middle, you do to all 3 sides. And remember that one big rule. If you multiply or divide both sides, or in this case all 3 sides, by a negative,
Alrighty, you can't forget about the left side of page 40, because in their infinite wisdom, power, and knowledge, they never did the problem.